Using surveys in your marketing and also internally within your business to improve your customer experience is a really smart thing to do. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use GoHighLevel survey features to create them in a very efficient way. So all you have to do is sign into your GoHighLevel account, then go into sites, and then after that go to surveys. And by the way, if you don't have a GoHighLevel account yet for whatever reason, then make sure to go ahead and click the first link in the description down below where you can start a free extended 30-day trial. After you're here at surveys, you just need to click here on add new survey, and then you can either start from scratch where you can design it from absolutely ground up, or you can go with one of their templates. Now, if you go with start from scratch, it's quite a difficult process in the sense that, you know, you're building everything out from zero. So for the sake of time efficiency, I personally prefer to use the templates instead of, you know, dragging and dropping in here all of the elements and doing all of the design from scratch. But if you want to get super creative, of course you can do that. It's just going to take a little bit more time. But let's do one from templates. As you can see, they have literally like dozens of different categories to choose from. So if you wanted to, you can definitely find whatever industry it is that you are in, a survey template. So let's just go with this automotive one for a tire shop. Okay, you can actually preview the template just by clicking on it and see how it actually looks. The point of doing a survey instead of just a regular form is that surveys are a lot easier on the customer's end to fill out, because it doesn't look like just this huge long form, but you can get people to, you know, complete them at a higher rate most of the time, and also you can get just in general much more information and get much more granular with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue with this specific template. Now it's adding it into my account, and I can go ahead rename it here at the top if I want to. So I'm just going to name this whatever, right? And as you can see, this is how the survey looks. So it's made up from different slides, and you can make it as long or as short as you just want. Now this template specifically is quite nice because you can see we have these ratings where the customer can choose from everything from very unsatisfied to satisfied. We also have this you know, other drop down menu. So most of these are drop downs here. They even have this rating system in this template. Then we have this multiple choice option, and we can also add, you know, like for example here, text feedback form. You can customize this as much as you want. Of course, you can change the images, you can change the questions, you can change the elements that we are using. If you want to customize it for yourself, it's very simple. For text, you just literally double click on it, and then you can change it to whatever you want, right? So I'm just going to put there test. You can change the font. I could change this one as well. If I wanted to, I could just click here on the settings icon, and then here I can choose if I want this to be requirement to fill out. You have more advanced settings here as well, and if you come here to options, you can change the labels and add more options as well if you want to. So that's how customizing each section goes. So yeah, literally you just always click on the settings, and then you can change the ratings, you can change the icons, you can change the color scheme used. So you can get very, very granular with it. And if you want to duplicate, for example, one of the slides, you just click here on duplicate, and then just like that, you know, you don't have to build it again from scratch. You just duplicate it, change the question, change the input fields, and it's as simple as that. Now here in the elements, you can see these are all different elements that you could add to one slide on your survey. So we have, you know, full name, first name, last name only, date of birth, email, phone. You know, you could add even payments, collect payments, or select a specific product in your account. We could ask for addresses, city, state, country, postal code, organization, website. We could add a text. So if I wanted to add a new single line here, I can just do that, you know, type in here whatever I want my text to be. Then we have multiple choice drop downs, check boxes. Again, you can just customize whatever the question is, and then customize the options for the checkboxes. We have these radio boxes as well, where they can only choose one. With the checkboxes, they can choose multiple answers. right? We have the rating one. We can even add in custom HTML code. We can add in a CAPTCHA if you want to make sure that only humans fill out your form, terms and conditions, source, scoring. We can add also images, upload files, and even add signatures or dates to it. So as I said, you can get so granular with these, but I think, again, a quick tip is to use the templates to save a lot of time, customize it, change the photos, change the text. You can also add these object fields right here, so you can just drag and drop these as well wherever you want to make it just much quicker. Then if we come here to settings, then once they submit it, you can also just customize the message that you want it to show to people who have completed your survey. You can change the font, the styling of it. You can also do qualifying and disqualifying based on conditional logic. You can add a Facebook pixel ID here for tracking. You can even set up a custom pixel event. So if you're running ads, for example, to a survey and you want it to count as a new lead once they have completed the survey, if you add your pixel in here and you create the custom event in Facebook, it's going to be very easy to see how much it actually cost you to get someone to fill out the survey for you. Then we have also all of these other settings that we can enable or disable based on what you want. Even use a GDPR compliant font, which is the most stupid thing ever invented in history. And then we have notifications, so you can also toggle on email notifications or send an autoresponder to the person who submits the survey. And then we have analytics and submissions. Now, let me just show you how this works really quickly. So in submissions, you're going to be able to see like all the leads basically that filled out the survey. And in analytics, you're going to see how many people opened the survey, how long it took them on average to complete it, what percentage of people actually completed the survey out of those who started it, and then also how many responses you got. And then you can even see what part they completed the survey until, like how many views each slide of your survey got, and where was the drop off. And this is amazing, right? Because it gives you so much granular data on how your survey is performing. And based on that, you can genuinely like improve it and make it better and better. So I'm just going to go ahead and actually share this as a link. So I'm just going to come here to integrate. You can either embed this on a funnel as an HTML code, or you can share it directly as a link. I'm just going to open this in a new window so you can see this is how it currently looks. So I'm just going to go through this, right? So just quickly submit this. I'm going to give it 4 stars, write a quick answer in here. I added quite a lot of stuff in here, so yeah, boom. Let's just go through all of these really quickly, and then a little bit of feedback. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and just like that, we have filled out the survey. As you can see, it's now showing me that exact message that was put in there in the settings. And now, if I go ahead and come to submissions, I will see that because I didn't have a contact information, name and email in the beginning, I don't see who this lead was, but I can see all of the answers that I just submitted on the form right here. Now, obviously, it's very important that on the first page, you actually do put the contact details fields as well, because otherwise you won't know who are the people who have completed the survey. But if I come here to analytics, you can also see that I have 1 view on the survey, 1 response. The average time was, this low because I just quickly skip through it. And I can also see the completion rate because I actually went ahead and fully completed it. But if I were to just take this same survey and not complete it, then it should reflect in the analytics for that as well. So let's just say I'm going to go through these. And here I'm going to exit out of this window and not finish it. Then if I go ahead and refresh this page, come back again to analytics, you can see now I have 2 views on the survey, but only a 50% completion rate. And in the drop-off, I can see exactly at which slide I exited out of the survey and didn't complete it. So I hope you get a better understanding now of how the surveys work in GoHighLevel. I just wanted to give you like a very quick introduction to them. You can also set, of course, the date here as a filter if you only want to see your analytics for a certain period. But again, this is such an underrated tool when it comes to, I guess, business in general, but also GoHighLevel, because this is a feature that's available at every given plan on GoHighLevel. You don't have to pay for it. You can make as many surveys as you want, and it can be used in so many different ways, both in marketing and also internally to survey your customers to be able to improve your services and make more money at the end, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't got your GoHighLevel account yet, click the first link down below in the description, and I will see you in the next one.